And so we shall proceed. As you see the man in the torture cuffs in the back of the torture van, the caged van. The man in the torture cuffs in the back of the torture van, the caged van. The man. I'll do that now. Forgive me, I had feedback from a speaker. I apologize. You take a look at all the people, number one, torture cuffs are always torture. Put that in the chat if you would, please, everybody. Torture cuffs are always torture. And then hit the like button. Just real fast, hit the like button. It'll take you 2 seconds to just hit the like button. So take a look. He's in the torture cuffs, but why are the torture cuffs in the front? How come he gets torture cuffs in the front? Like, of all people, you figure Padderass, people who are touching children and stuff, they shouldn't get the cuffs in the front. You figure you'd actually want him restrained with his wrist cuffed up behind his back, right? He's a Padderass. He's in there for being a Padderass. So Winthrop Police Lieutenant James Feely arrested and charged with child RAPE. Could you put in the comment section for me, OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio? If you would, pretty please, with sugar and cherries on top. Put it in the comment section for me. It'll just take you a second. Put it in there. We're going to get into James Feely. He's a feeling kind of guy, as you can assume from him being accused Padderass. What's going on out there? What's going on out there in America? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it today. I was not going to go live today, but I saw this story come up. OTVO. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So James Feely, child RAPIST.
Winthrop Police Lieutenant James Feely has been arrested and is in custody for allegedly sexually assaulting a child. Massachusetts State Police arrested Feely, who is expected to be arraigned later today in East Boston Court. I-Team sources also say Feely is a leader at Harbor Church in Winthrop. The longtime Winthrop resident also owned a pizza shop in town. In a statement to our newsroom, Winthrop Police Chief says, quote, Feely has been placed on administrative leave from the police department pending the outcome of a criminal investigation.
So put a 1 in the chat if you wonder, like me, do you think that he's on paid administrative leave? Put a 1 in the chat if you think he's on paid administrative leave after being accused of being a Padderass.
Headed by state police detectives assigned to the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office.
We have just learned that the child victim in this case told authorities that this all started about a year ago. That's information coming new this afternoon right from this arrest document, the arrest narrative. This is video that we shot of Winthrop Police Lieutenant James Feely going into the courthouse this morning. Feely was arraigned on 3 counts today. 1 count of rape of a child and 2 counts of indecent assault and battery on a child under the age of 14. According to the arrest narrative, Feely...
I'm sorry. Can everybody just agree with me? Gross. A child under the age of 14? Are you kidding me? That's disgusting. Unless we're playing freeze tag, I have nothing to do with children under 13 years old. What the fluck? What is the matter with this guy? It's not like she was 17. Oh my God. Under the age of 14, he really is a sick F-U-C-K.
admitted to a police chief that he rubbed and touched the child inappropriately.
Ugh.
In court, the defense said Feely has no criminal record, has worked for the department for 20 years.
Oh my God. It's compulsory. If he touched a child under the age of 14 years old, they are Padderasses. They're addicted to it. Any child that this guy ever came in contact with where he could have, he probably did. You need to check his whole history of being a piggy and see, was he ever allowed in the women's bathroom to pat kids down for drugs?
An unblemished record and asked for bail.
Unblemished.
The judge set cash bail at $200.
I'm sorry. Did you hear it? Let me just go back a couple of seconds. I interrupted it. I apologize. I just want to hear what the reporter says here.
Has worked for the department for 20 years with an unblemished record and asked for bail. The judge set cash bail at $200,000 and ordered Feely to stay away from the victim, have GPS monitoring, have no contact with children under 16, and surrender firearms.
And why? Can you just tell me why are his cuffs in the front? I'm just so confused. How come his cuffs are in the front? Does that seem like it's right to you? Does that seem like it's right? Of all the people who shouldn't be cuffed in the front, isn't it a Padderass? Isn't that what it is? It is, right? That's what I thought. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I'm showing you guys something right now. This is pretty sad stuff I'm going to share with you here. I'm not sure if you guys, anybody here from Team DLZ, been here for a minute, been here for a while. What's going on out there in the land of America? What's going on? How's everybody tonight? What is going on? SSDI boy, Jessica, Yuma, what is going on? I'm just rocking my We Don't Stop sweatshirt right now. What's up with the Playboy? Rocking my We Don't Stop sweatshirt right now. I think I got 9 left in stock. I got 9 left. Get your We Don't Stop sweatshirt, Playboy. What's up, Playboy? So why is he not in the torture cuffs? The reason so if you're going to put somebody in shackles, like this pig right here is in shackles, help me understand something real fast here. If you want to put me in shackles because I didn't pay a traffic ticket or a myriad of reasons, it would be reasonable that you could just put those shackles, torture shackles, on the front, and I'm not going to try to fight the copper. Unless, of course, you've been accused of being a Padderass and touching kids who are under 14. And then you probably wouldn't want his grubby little fingers to be exposed to the world if he's touching kids under 14. Okay? Like, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. He should be locked away in torture cuffs for good. He should be locked away. There's no way he should be allowed to be. So now, you guys remember this? You guys remember this realtor? She got arrested for playing with herself on the beach. Do you guys remember this? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys remember this. Yum, yum. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember this. Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. Chris Boudreau, what's going on? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys remember this realtor. She got caught. Well, she admitted to playing with herself on the beach. She should have kept her mouth shut and pled the Fifth Amendment, but she didn't do that. And the result of what happened from the police releasing the body cam footage, and I don't know who requested or released that body cam footage. I think that's what should be investigated, really.
Shamed to death over an embarrassing incident on a beach.
Please, don't do this to me. Are you serious?
That's the question swirling after this woman, a realtor, was found dead. Police body cam video starts with cops approaching 35-year-old Christina Revels Glick.
Yeah, multiple calls about you.
Some cops say
I don't agree that they got multiple calls about her. I don't think so.
witnesses saw her using an adult toy on the beach.
I'm sorry, I was stressed out.
She's put in cuffs.
This is ridiculous. What am I being arrested for?
Yeah, why can't they just give her a ticket? She's not a danger to anybody. She's not like the cop with the cuffs in front. They cuffed her with their hands behind her back. Interesting.
She says she thought she was by herself.
A family saw it. They had kids.
What? There was nobody around me.
She's led in cuffs through a restaurant near Savannah, Georgia, and taken to a patrol car. The incident was reported on the Smoking Gun website under the headline, "Woman Busted for Pleasure Session on Beach."
Stop right there. Who released that video to the Smoking Gun? Who sent that video to the Smoking Gun? I just want to know. Who was it? Who was it? Who was the disgusting pig who sent this to the Smoking Gun? There was a pig involved here. I would bet my fingers, put a 1 in the chat if you agree, there was a pig involved here, that a pig sent that video to the Smoking Gun. There was a pig involved in sending her video. He thought, or she thought, it was so funny that this woman admitted to pleasuring herself quietly alone, segregated on the beach. And so he said, I'm going to send this to the Smoking Gun because she's kind of hot and it's going to go viral. And then I'm going to sit back and laugh. To that pig who did that, you jackboot thug pig, you can eat my shorts. You are the worst of people. There is a pig right now sitting back. Do you think that pig feels bad? Do you think the pig feels bad that she offed herself because of the public humiliation and the shame? Do you think, I'm just wondering, put a 1 in the chat if you think that pig does not feel bad at all. If the pig who sent this to the Smoking Gun is laughing with friends going, yeah, man, I sent that video and that chick, she offed herself. This dude, do you believe it, man? Yeah, dude. She obviously had other problems, right? Yeah, she probably did, bro. She probably did. But you killed her, dog. You copper. You jackboot thug pig. You thought her being arrested for playing with herself on the beach was so funny, piggy. You thought it was so funny. And now I wonder how many ways does the pig rational it away? How many ways does he make excuses? How big of an ego does he need to protect himself? I can already hear it. The first one's pretty easy. She had other problems already. She was already a little cuckoo, right? I mean, if she's playing with herself on the beach, she's already cuckoo, right? So we could just forgive what I've done to publicly shame a human being on a national level where people from California are showing her video and she lives in Georgia. And that pig is like, she must have had a substance abuse problem, right? She had a substance abuse problem, right? And she had some mental problems, right? And this cop, what are the other excuses he would come up with? She made her choices. And I was just doing my job. That's all I was doing. Just doing my job. Jackboot thug pig. That's what you are, bro. I hope he sees this. I hope he or she sees this and says, man, there was some guy going off. Yeah, you are a son of a bitch, bro. This chick killed herself because of you.
She was said to have gone on a downward spiral following the report and ended her life. According to the coroner's report, the cause of death was gunshot wound to the head. The manner of death is certified as suicide. Neighbor Garrett White let local police into her apartment. He spoke to less.
So this is her. So her family, when we think about her now, take a look at her and realize that had that jackboot thug pig not released the video to the Smoking Gun and got a hearty har laugh about it, that this young woman here would still be alive. It's a damn shame.
This to me, are you serious?
That's the question swirling after this woman, a realtor, was found dead. Police body cam video starts with cops approaching 35-year-old Christina Revels Glick.
We got multiple calls about you. Some
Cops say witnesses saw her using an adult toy on the beach.
I'm sorry, I was stressed out.
She's put in cuffs.
This is ridiculous. What am I being arrested for?
indecent exposure.
She says she thought she was by herself.
A family saw it. They had kids.
What? There
That's
was
why they called.
nobody around me.
She's led in cuffs through a restaurant near Savannah, Georgia, and taken to a patrol car. The incident was reported on the Smoking Gun website under the headline, "Woman Busted for Pleasure Session on Beach." She was said to have gone on a downward spiral following the report and ended her life. According to the coroner's report, the cause of death was gunshot wound to the head. The manner of death is certified as suicide. Neighbor Garrett White let local police into her apartment. He spoke to Les Trent about the beach incident.
You do not believe this was handled correctly and the police should not have been called?
No, because look what it led to. Somebody taking their life.
A sad end after a single indiscretion on the beach.
Please, don't do this to me. Are you serious?
So there's something that is really important here that, you know, maybe we should talk about a little bit. And what was it? Woman arrested on beach for pleasure session. Is that what they called it? Woman arrested on beach for pleasure session. Yeah. So this is
Nanny Goat Beach, Georgia, US.
So people, I mean, take a look at this. If you guys can see it, multiple people ran stories on this woman and her being on the beach. This one here has 21,000 views on it. If that story's about you, that's pretty tough. So he does a full breakdown. This guy does on her story and
Nanny Goat Beach, Georgia.
Nanny Goat Beach. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. Here's the point. So she's on the cover of this thing. And when the cops walked up to her, she's not driving a car, but she had her wallet, her purse on her. She had her stuff on her. She's wearing her bikini and she had her stuff. When the cops walk up to you, you pull your Fifth Amendment cop card out and if the cop says, "Give me some ID," you know, it's a step by step. Step one, cops cited, cops walk up to you. You start filming and say, "I invoke my First Amendment right." She didn't do that. She did not do that. Step two, cop approaches and says any words to you at all. That is not your time to admit that I was playing with myself on the beach. That is not what you do. You follow step number two. You say, "I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent." So I'll give a couple of these away right now. I'll give two people. I'll give you guys Fifth Amendment cop cards right now. It's a step-by-step tutorial. One, cop cited, "I invoke my First Amendment." Two, cop approaches, says any words at all, "I invoke my Fifth Amendment right." The navy blue is the law. Number one, 1A, you have the right upheld by the First Amendment in Turner versus Driver, 2017. And number two, where you say, "I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent," the Fifth Amendment's unequivocal. Cop loses qualified immunity for questioning you any further. The first two people who go to my website, go to deletelaws.com, go to contact, put your name, put your full mailing address, and I'll send two people the Fifth Amendment driver and non-driver. and non-driver cop card. The next two people, it's 6:55 p.m. right now. I mean, they're only $8, but you need it in your wallet. And she didn't do that. She did not invoke her Fifth Amendment right away. And then she was caught off guard and she was flustered. She didn't have a step-by-step tutorial on exactly what to do when the cops approach you. That way, if you're effed up, if you've been on, she wasn't driving, so say she had a few drinks. Let's just say you use the step-by-step tutorial on the card. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6. It's on the back. There it is. You follow the step-by-step tutorial. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's the way you do it. I'm trying to lead the horse to water. That's what I'm trying to do. But let me go back here a couple pages
Was
here.
she shamed to
She was shamed to death, actually. It's really, really sad. It's really, really sad that she was shamed to death. Oh, we got that premiere coming out. Got that premiere coming out in 33 minutes. This is the video I'm going to show in 33 minutes. A lot of people here on Team DLZ have already seen American Patriot. I'm just putting it on the main channel so that other people who don't catch me around all the time, about 5,000 people watch my videos, something like that. So on the long form videos, and these videos are 10 minutes each one. So I'm just going to put it on the main channel. We'll premiere it in 33 minutes. Officer remains in custody.
Family. The judge gave the courtroom was packed with victim advocates, law enforcement, and Richard Aguirre's family. The judge gave a half-hour statement where he said the court found inconclusive evidence that Aguirre did murder Ruby Doss in 1986.
Finds Mr. Aguirre guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree as charged in count 1.
Richard Aguirre is now responsible for killing 27-year-old Ruby Doss back in 1986. As Ruby Doss's daughters watched on from a Zoom call, Judge Jeremy Schmidt said the evidence and testimony from the month-long trial gave him the confidence to make his decision. He said the DNA found on the condom at the scene of Doss's body and Aguirre's previous confessions to friends proved the murder was premeditated. Aguirre was escorted out of the courtroom in handcuffs, and I had the chance to speak with his defense about the decision.
Well, were the cuffs on the front or in the back? Because they put the torture cuffs on us, they put them in the back, but if you're a pig, they put them in the front.
That intent to cause the death was premeditated, that Ruby Doss died as a result of the defendant's acts, and that these acts occurred in the state of Washington.
I believe in Mr. Aguirre's innocence, and we will continue to fight for that. His family has invested 8 years defending him.
Aguirre's defense attorney says she will look to file a motion of appeal. I tried to speak with the prosecutor as well, but they left the courtroom once the verdict was read. Sentencing for Aguirre is set for February 5th at 8:30 a.m.
Oh, cuffs are in the back. Looks like he's got 2 pairs on. Yeah, there's 2 pair of cuffs on, and those are not the hinge kind that they're putting on all of us. And no one's grabbing him by the arm. They're just letting him walk on his own. Typically, they grab us. So that's what he looked like before. Was this his previous thing? I'll show you what's becoming one of my a fast growing subreddit for me is ACAB. 9 NYPD cops showed up at a hospital to intimidate a teenager who was RAPED by 2 other NYPD cops and push her to not press charges. Wow. They look like such good guys, though. They look like they'd be such good guys. Those are the good guys right there. NYPD, the biggest gang in America. It's a fact. He noticed a man assaulting a woman and he intervened. When police arrived, he raised his hands and attempted to explain what was going on. Police fired tasers at him, and when his body convulsed from the electric current, they perceived that a threat and shot him to death. Oh, yeah, Jonathan Price. So, take a look at Jonathan Price here. And there's something that I have to tell you guys, because Jonathan Price is in my ebook. If you guys, I believe Jonathan Price is, if he's not in my ebook, he was on my poster before I stripped off the victims of police murdering people. But Jonathan Price was a great big cop supporter. He backed the blue. As a matter of fact, when I researched his life, you could find social media threads of Jonathan Price sticking up for cops. He was a great big cop supporter. And the way that this Reddit describes it here, He noticed a man assaulting a woman and he intervened when police arrived. He raised his hands up and attempted to explain. Kind of. He had intervened in a fight and stopped the fight. He was a local football star in Texas. I mean, I researched his life. I talked to his friends on Facebook. A lot of them told me to go pound sand because I was like, you can't help but point out the irony that Jonathan Price is a great, big, strong black dude who backed the blue, and then the cops killed him. I'm just saying. Is that not some irony? Like, it's almost like, can I say it? Can I be honest? The funniest thing I'm seeing right now is trans for Palestinians, because you wouldn't last long over there. And I'm not against the Palestinians. You guys know that. I just think it's almost like log cabin Republicans. Like, it's just, it's like voting for conservative Supreme Court justices. There's just things that are. So this guy was a giant cop supporter. You notice he's dead. He was murdered by the cops. The cop murdered him, by the way. The cop murdered him within like a minute of him arriving there. He killed Jonathan Price within 1 minute. That's how quick it was. I mean, that's I don't think he was acquitted. That's what I thought. Yeah. You get former Texas police officer acquitted of the Jonathan Price murder by jury. Which, if you saw a picture of the pig that murdered him, if you saw a picture of him, you'd be like, no way. Like, it's just so, like, he's just a great big corn-fed white boy from Texas. And he's like 24, 25, something like that. And he shot Jonathan Price within 1 minute of showing up on the scene. And then he was acquitted by a jury where? In Texas. I'm sorry. I because I've been doing this study, and the study has taken me a year so far as I've been reading books and delving deep into the Supreme Court. It's conservatives who screw us over. It's the same Trump that people want to vote for, that he wants to indemnify police from lawsuits and from harm. You vote for this. People vote for these things. And then people say voting doesn't matter. Well, the study I've done, Richard Nixon, we're living in Richard Nixon's America. Richard Nixon appointed both Warren Burger, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, radical racist, and he appointed William Rehnquist, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court after Burger, radical racist, who then continued to pass policy at the Supreme Court level that worked completely against us, against our freedoms, against our liberties. And they were put in place by a conservative Republican president. And they work against freedom. They work against liberty. They work against us. It's sad, but it's true. So, we're just witnessing it. Let me see.
Monitoring and recording. Hello.
Yo, Jason.
Man, how's it going?
Hey, buddy. How you doing, man?
Man, it's been a crazy day, dude. They like the commissary that y'all send money for.
Yeah.
We made our order Friday. We got our stuff yesterday. They came in here today and did a shakedown, and ripped your stuff apart and take stuff. And they took half my commissary that was in the box they provide for us. So I even got my family trying to call up here and make complaints because they took food from us and they called it contraband, even though I bought it from them. It's really sad, man.
I'm sorry you're going
So
through that.
Kind of just keeps they put my court date off till February. That's the next time I go to court. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous for every angle.
Well,
I don't know. Anyway. It just keeps getting put off, man.
Have you been? I've been sending you money every week. Hopefully, you're still getting that money.
Yeah, I mean, they put money on. I mean, like I said, the money that y'all send me, I purchased stuff from this place, and they took it today. I mean, I feel like I was straight stolen from them. I mean, it's just crazy.
I'll send you another 100.
Like I said, just when I buy stuff from them that's allowed, and then they want to call it contraband, it don't make no damn sense.
What's going on with your court cases, though, Jason? What's happening with your court case next?
In October, I was ordered an LSI for community sentencing. I took the LSI. I was approved within a couple of days. Then the LSI disappeared. Then December 20th, I went in for a disposition on the LSI for the community sentencing for charges. When I went in on the December 20th of the day, the DA's office just said no. And my lawyer said that was the end of it. I could either do a blind plea or a non-jury trial in front of a judge. And so that's what I did, was a non-jury trial.
Oh, no.
And then they set it off for February 13th was the first date available. You know what I mean? I mean, this is ridiculous from every angle, man. So
you're gonna have a for what is the non-jury trial in Oklahoma for? You're allowing a judge to do the only ruling over you?
Yes.
In Oklahoma?
Because the only option I had in October was to waive my rights to a jury trial, but they would let me do the LSI was my only option.
What does LSI mean? I don't know what that means.
I don't either. No one will tell me. Someone said it was level of service inventory. Somebody said it was something else. I took a 64 question, a 64 page or 64 questions over mental, physical, emotional, substance abuse of my history of my life.
It's a release program then, so you're outside of the walls of the dungeon?
Yes.
Okay.
And then when I got approved, they finally got the paperwork. It took them over 2 months to get the paperwork in their hands, and then they just denied me that. They straight just said no. So now the attorney said in February he's going to shoot for two other programs as the next option, which would be outside of the jail. So all I can do is wait till that day, man. I've been trying to get.
So in February,
I've been trying to get my family to post my bond, and
how much is your bond?
$154,000. So they even tried. They filed another bond reduction. My family said they put up $50,000 on if they would drop my charges down to $50,000, they'd bond me out. Well, the judge, my attorney, made the argument, and they denied my bond again. So they denied my bond now 5 different times, and my bond's still at $154,000.
I know.
It's just ridiculous. There's people in here with the same charge as me for $30,000 and $40,000, same exact charge, with guns involved. Mine has no guns. So it's just, I'm being treated unfairly, man.
Of course. The whole system's unfair, Jason. It's not just you. It's a system that has to eat you for money. It has to leave you in there. Someone's making money for you being in there right now.
If you saw what happened today in here, you would really, I mean, there's other people. I'm not the only one in here that got hammered with contraband stuff. Right. I mean, stuff they bought from this jail yesterday. They gave us toilet paper last night, Chille. And today it was contraband. They took our fucking toilet paper, dude. They took people's toothbrushes and their soap, their towels. stuff that we are supposed to be issued from this facility. Like I even looked up contraband, what our rights are, everything today, like through the whole handbook. And they are everything I had was in my drawer that's provided by them. It says commissary in excess will be considered contraband, and the max you can order per week is $375. I made an order yesterday of $42, and out of the 10 items they took from me, it was almost $20. You know, so it's half my order for the whole week. You know what I mean, man?
Sure.
So that's why I was like,
in the event a third-party call is detected,
call you tonight,
your call will be terminated without warning.
Get another ear out there, man. Like, if you want to call and complain, I would much appreciate it. Run a video. I mean, it's unreal.
What's the name of the jail?
Cleveland County Detention Center.
Cleveland County Detention Center in Oklahoma, and they did a fake contraband shakedown today.
Yep.
And took you guys food and your supplies and stuff that you had bought for yourselves. The small amount of stuff you're able.
They even took our clothes that we bought from them. Took clothes from us. Took our drink bottles. Took food. Took people's. They had like e-cigarettes to allow you to smoke. They took those from people. The food. Clothes, towels, sheets. I mean, stuff that we're supposed to have that's issued from this jail. They took it from us.
Wow.
You're beat. Threw it in a big thing and threw it away.
Is that still in McAllister? That Cleveland County?
No, it's in Norman, Oklahoma.
It's in Norman. Oklahoma.
The address is 2550 West Franklin Road, Norman, Oklahoma, 73069.
Mm-hmm. Got you, Jason. Man, listen, the dungeon system is a system of oppression and abuse.
Yeah.
It's the worst, dude.
One day at a time, man. I'll tell you, it's a slow blower.
It's the worst, man. It's horrible. And the only thing we can do is call there. And so when I get off what I'm doing, I will jump on the phone and I'll give a call over there. And I'll let them know that I know that they're cheating you guys, and maybe enough, you know, if I read them the riot act on the phone, maybe that'll help your situation a little bit, because
like I said, man, for them to come in here and just even like one of the guards that came in tonight, I said, hey man, they even like I had some candy in a cup in my drawer. They took my candy and ate it and left the wrappers in the floor, dude.
No way.
I swear, even him, he was like, dude, that's straight up hateful.
That's like, despotism. They ate your candy and left you the wrappers.
He's like, they really ate your candy, Dollar Highs? Because he's actually a nice guard. He'll talk to you, you know what I'm saying? And like do stuff for you.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, they took my candy, bro. He's like, no way. I was like, dude, I swear, I'm not eating fireballs at 9 o'clock in the morning. I was laying in bed, fixing to get up and start, my day, dude.
Yeah.
And they come in like dude, there were 16 different police with this major, all Cleveland County sheriffs, like all with guns and shotguns. Like, we're inmates in here in pajamas, you know what I'm saying? I mean, pretty much.
Right. And they come in there with guns like you guys are going to fight them, right?
Yeah, dude, like guns, shotguns, pepper ball guns, dude. Like,
right.
Like the mob squad, dude. Like,
and I'm just wondering,
came in,
you've been there for 6 months, right?
Yeah, over 5 months now, man.
Yeah, 5 months.
Yep. The time my court comes around, it'll be pushing 7 months, dude. Actually, right on that day, 7 months.
So in the 5+ months that you've been there, has there been a plan or an uprising to overtake the prison from the guards?
Not one time, man. Not one time, dude. Everybody just does their day-to-day thing.
Yes.
There's some days that, it
right.
makes,
and Jason, how many guards have been murdered since you've been there?
Zero.
Sure.
And just here a couple weeks ago, there was a couple of guards on the news that got arrested because they were bringing drugs in.
Of course, that's where all the drugs come from. And how many planned kidnappings of guards were thwarted?
Zero, man. Like, zero.
Okay. And you sure about that? You're not secretly planning on nuking the jail, are you?
No, never intentional. We're treated so guilty until proven innocent in here.
Oh, dude.
I mean, it's unreal.
I know.
I mean, I have been shackled and handcuffed and assaulted by these people that are supposed to be taking 100% care of me in the process of transporting me from the dungeon to the dungeon at the courthouse and being assaulted again by other cops.
Oh, yeah. That shackling process is every time they put the shackles on, it hurts. Every time.
Oh, yeah, man. And I've got pins and stuff in my ankles. I mean, the shackles, I see them put them around other people's pants. They pull my pants up and put them right on my ankles, man. So I double my socks up. Well, now I don't have an extra pair because they took them today. So like, just insult to misery, man.
And what about going to the bathroom, Jason? Where do you go to the bathroom at?
There's 2 bathrooms in where I'm at right now. There's one downstairs and one upstairs.
Is it a private place where you shut the door?
No, it's just got a curtain.
Oh, there's like a sheet that the inmates put up?
No, it's a curtain that they put up.
Oh, they've got a curtain there? And so it's
just like a shower curtain pretty much.
So it's like 3 walls and a dome in the middle?
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
That's better than any jail I've ever been in.
Yeah, and like the shower, I mean, that's about the only time you're private's in the shower. You know, you pull the curtain and take your shower and, everybody minds your business. If you go to the bathroom, you just put a shirt on the wall, and that's like a sign that someone's back there going to the bathroom.
Oh, I see. So you guys can have a little bit of privacy?
Yes, you know what I mean.
That's the best system I've ever heard of. I've been in jail in like 7 different states, and I've never... Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sucks, man, and it's just my life was just completely ripped apart. I mean, we had our home, we had our family. I'm still. I talk to my daughter as much as I can. This Friday's my birthday. I mean, I've done spent Christmas in here now, another holiday that she missed me. I talk to her. I call her every day. Some days I don't get to talk to her every day, but man, when I see her on that video, she lights my whole entire week up and just forgets I'm in this place. But she cannot wait for her daddy to be home. And one of these days it's coming, man. I just don't lose that hope.
Yeah.
I have faith that I will be able to squeeze my little kids.
In the event a third-party call is detected, your call will be terminated without warning.
Well,
I appreciate every little thing you do for me, man. It helps a lot. But like today, I was stole from, and they're holding the badge and the gun, but they're allowed to do that.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Well, listen. As soon as this call disconnects, Jason, I'm going to put another $100 on your books, so it'll be done within like 1 minute, 60 seconds.
I appreciate it, man.
So you'll be able to get some of the commissary stuff you got back. I'm sorry they stole all your stuff. I'll talk to a few people and see if they'll call over to the jail, and we'll let them know that you're getting treated poorly.
Appreciate it, brother.
Got
I
nothing.
love you, buddy.
Love you too, buddy. Well, we'll stay strong, man.
Thank you.
Sorry we don't get to talk as much as we can. I'm just always doing something, man. Always.
It's all good, man. We'll reunite soon enough, man.
All right, brother. Listen, stay strong. I love you. You stay strong, dude.
But thank you.
All right,
buddy.
All right, later, bro. So, that was Jason Dollarhide on the line. Let me send that money right now, just real fast, to his books, so he has that money. I get so busy that sometimes I literally forget to do some stuff. I won't forget this, though. There it is. Dollarhide. Done. $100. You know, I nobody's perfect, and Jason has made mistakes. He'll be the first to admit that he's made mistakes. He's burned bridges he shouldn't have burned. He did things he shouldn't have done. He's made mistakes. Jason and I have talked it down to the bone. And I hope that even if I make a mistake, that some of you will still support me, even if I'm wrong. And Jason has been wrong. And I know he's been wrong. He's admitted to me he's been wrong. I've been deeply involved with his wife and his family. And I hope that even if you're gonna, I can't write a scenario where I do something wrong. I can't write that for you because I'm not going to speak it into existence because I'm not going to be unethical. But say that I did. You know, there's some moments I could reflect on in my past. I'm not going to get into it, but there's a couple moments I've done on camera that I wish I could do again, that I wouldn't have done it quite like that. I wasn't real proud looking back. Thought it would seem like it was funny and cool at the time. Later, I watched back what I had done, and I was kind of like, wish I could do that one again, you know? So Jason's made mistakes, but I'm not going to abandon him. And I'm going to continue to support him week in and week out, as long as I can, as long as I am able to buy a trifold from me, buy a trifold. Go to deletelaws.com right now and get a trifold. Get a trifold. They're still $20. I didn't raise the price back up. Go buy a trifold right this second. And if you already have one, then give it to someone else. And what you're doing by doing that is I make a little bit of money on these trifolds, and we'll just keep on paying it forward. We'll keep on paying it forward. We'll just keep on paying it forward. Don't stop. Don't stop your compassion. Don't stop your humanity, even in the face of when you see things and it's not always pretty. And as Jason's cases unfold and unwind, we'll find out and we'll see some things that aren't great. Does that mean he shouldn't have any money in jail? Is that what that means? He was wrong. Does that mean he shouldn't have any money in jail? He shouldn't be able to. What did he say? He had some candies in his little compartment in the jail cell that he's in. If that's Jason Dollarhide's pleasure for the day and I can provide that to him, I'll do it. If you get to go back to your place and you got, like he said, they took some clothing that they bought from the jail store. If I'm able to provide a little bit of financing and he can put on a t-shirt, a red t-shirt that he likes and thinks is cool, and he can put that t-shirt on and feel just a little bit better inside of that dungeon today, I'm all for that. I'm all for it. I think that the jail system is corrupt and rotten and disgusting. And I think that the prison system is abhorrent and barbaric and brutal and inhumane. And I don't agree with any phase of the prison industrial complex. I've been in the jail cells. I haven't spent any time in prison. I've never been sentenced to prison, but I've been in jail 2-3 dozen times for no good reason ever, because I've never been a danger to someone else. No one's ever had to call 911 because I was beating their head in. That's never happened, and it never will. And I've never violently destroyed someone's property or broke into someone's home where they were the legitimate fear for their life. I've never done anything that required that I needed to be put in shackles and segregated from society because I was a danger to myself and to others. The only time ever in my well, that's not true. There was a couple times, actually, now that I think about it. there was a couple times in life when I got in fist fights before I was 25 years old. Every fist fight I was ever in, someone started it. I finished it. Before 25, I was in fist fights where cops did show up. But what I did when the cops showed up in a mutual combat situation, I took a knee. And the cops actually, when I was in those situations, I mean, I could tell you the stories. I could tell some stories, that's for sure. I have some stories for certain. And, but in those particular situations when you're completely pumped up and you've been in a fight and the cops show up, when you take a knee and put your hands down by your side and you're just breathing through it, because I've been attacked here. If I'm in a fight and the cops are showing up, I was attacked. And so I was attacked. And so I have witnesses standing around saying, no, he got it. One time I beat these two guys up in Dallas, Texas, knocked these dudes senseless. They picked a fight with me at a particular stop light or stop sign or whatever. And they came and they jumped to my truck and they started throwing punches in my window. I jumped out. I knocked the snot out of both of them. I knocked one guy clean unconscious. The other guy knocked his face loose. And then the cops showed up Johnny on the spot. And as soon as I saw two different cop cars coming with their sirens on, I just took a knee, boom, took a knee, put my hands just like this. And then the cops came running up and the cop was running right at me. I thought this guy's going to tackle me and I'm just not going to do anything. And this old white guy got out of the car and he goes, no, don't you touch that man. He didn't do it. They jumped him. They got the worst of it, but they jumped him. I saw it. He got a big white beard and he had his cowboy hat and a Texas accent like that. They jumped him. I'll tell you right now, he didn't do nothing. He knocked the shit out of them boys, but he didn't do nothing. They attacked his truck. I seen it. And as soon as that old man started screaming like that, the cop who was running full bore at me looked at him, looked at me, and I was just like this. And the cop stood up like this and he said, he kind of stood over me and put his hand like this. He said, "You're all right. You're all right." I was on a knee just like that. Yeah, but I had knocked those dudes senseless, because they picked the fight and I didn't want to fight. Started fighting me in my truck. Nothing I could do about it. But there was times it was hairy, but they didn't. It's a kind of a different thing. It's kind of weird to think about that time in my life because I think now I'd push on the gas. If you start hitting me in my car, I think I'll just punch it. I'm just going to get the hell out of there. The younger me under 25 jumped out and just started beating the piss out of these dudes. So anyway, I don't know how we got there from that story, but Jason Dollarhide here. If you judged me and didn't know that old man was right there and said, they jumped him, he beat him up. Then if you judge this man and you don't know anything about him, then, but while he's in there, we should support him. We should give him a little bit of support. We don't get to absolve him of his sins, but a little bit of support. For me, $100 to Dollarhide is going to be 10 trifolds. I get 10 trifolds sold, and that's $100. That I'll make $100. There it is. About, give or take. So yeah. And then it makes it so we can just keep doing it. We'll just keep doing it. We'll just keep going. Oh shoot. Premiere's coming on right now. Holy smokes. We got to get the flock out of here. Oh my goodness. I'm blowing it. The premiere for, it's coming on right now. Oh my, there was another video I was going to show, but I think we got to get the flock out of here. The premiere is coming on right now. Let me drop the link for the premiere. Let me see if it's coming on. Is it in the... And then watch episode 2 and 3 and go to the other channel. That's the whole reason I'm showing it on this channel. This premiere is coming up right now. Let me just do this in 1 minute. There's the link I just dropped in the chat. There it is. Get over here if you guys would, please. And I'll end this live. I really didn't want to go. I was having such a good time. But I want to get this premiere. And what I'm really hoping to do is get more people to go subscribe to the new channel. That's what I'm hoping we can do. get as many people as I can to the new channel. Gloria, good to see you. I saw Chevy through here a second ago. Edward, Bronco Nation family. Chevy, where'd you go, man? Jim, what's going on? How is everybody? 30 seconds. Let me drop the link to the video. Go to this link if you guys would, please. Don't meet me there, beat me there. And then at the end of this, click on episode 2, so it'll bring you to the other channel. There's a little box. It'll say episode 2 at the end of this one. Click on that so you can go watch the other channel. Go to the other channel. That's my whole goal. All right, I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.